We want to find the derivatives of the following functions by using the product rule. So in letter A, we are going to let x plus 1 be our f of x, and we're going to let 2x minus 4 be our g of x, and I'll just go ahead and call these f and g. It doesn't matter which order you notate them in, because keep in mind that the formula f prime g plus fg prime doesn't really matter how you flip-flop these, since there's a plus sign between them. So you can call this f and this g. So in this case it doesn't matter, but easier to just do it this way. So f prime is going to be, well, it's a derivative of x plus 1, which is just 1. G prime is the derivative of 2x minus 4, which is just 2. And so now we can put this all together in our product rule. So h prime of x will be f prime g, which is 1, times our g, which is 2x minus 4, plus f, which is x plus 1, g prime, which is 2. And we're done. This can be simplified probably very easily, but we don't really need to. You can distribute and combine like terms. We'll just go ahead and leave it as so. In letter B, we'll let x squared minus 12x, we'll let that be our f, and then x to the 5th minus 4x to the 3rd, we'll let that be our g. And so we have f prime is equal to 2x minus 12, and g prime is equal to 5x to the 4th minus 12x to the 2nd. And now we put these together in the product rule, f prime g plus fg prime. So h prime of x will be equal to f prime g, which is f prime is 2x minus 12. G is going to be x to the 5th. I'm going to put it times here just right on the next line. X to the 5th minus 4x to the 3rd plus fg prime, which is x squared minus 12x times g prime, which is 5x to the 4 minus 12x squared. So there's our derivative using the product rule. So now we'll take a look at 3 to the x and x squared minus 4. And this function we're calling h of x again. So h of x equals this. Now we'll call this guy f and we'll call this guy g. So f prime by the exponential derivative of an exponential function will be 1, which is the derivative of x, times the natural log of the base, which is 3, times the coefficient of 3 to the x, which is really just 1 times 3 to the x, times times b to the u, so 3 to the x. So that can probably, it's a little bit easier to just write it as ln 3, I'll put parentheses around this, times 3 to the x. Oops. Times 3 to the x. Okay, and so we're done with f prime. G prime's pretty quick. That one's just 2x. And now h prime of x will be equal to f prime g. So f prime is natural log of 3 times 3 to the x. I'll just go ahead and put that all in parentheses. And now g is x squared minus 4. That's our original g. Plus fg prime. So f is 3 to the x. G prime is 2x, and we are done. Part D, which looks a little bit more complicated, just requires a couple extra derivative rules. So I will call 2 to the t minus ln t. So 2 to the t minus ln t. We'll call that whole thing f. And then we'll come over here and we'll call t to the 4th minus e to the t. We'll call that g. So that whole thing is g. And now I need to find f prime. So I'm going to have to apply rules of exponential derivative rule and logarithmic derivative rule, and then create their difference. So if you do the work here, you get natural log of 2 times 2 to the t. Derivative of u is 1 and the exponent is 1, so we don't really need to include those. Minus the natural log of t, well, the derivative is a times u prime, which is 1, times the derivative of t is 1, over natural log of b, or excuse me, u times the natural log of b. So t times the natural log of, well, what's b here? we got to recall that this can be written as log base e of t. And so really our base here is e, and so the natural log of that is going to be 1. So we just end up with 1 over t over here. And so we'll focus on rewriting that to simplify it. Natural log of 2 times 2 to the t minus 1 over t. And that's what it simplifies to. So g prime, on the other hand, we can use a power rule on t to the 4th to give us 4t cubed minus the derivative of e to the t. Well, that's exponential. Derivative of t is 1. The exponent is 1, so we don't really need to include those elements. So we just get natural log of e times e to the t. Well, natural log of e is 1, so we get 4t cubed minus e to the t. And now we can put these pieces together, f prime g plus f g prime. So I'm going to try to fit it on this page so I don't have to keep jumping back. So f prime g, and this function is called d of t, so d prime of t is equal to f prime g, which is ln 2 to the t minus 1 over t. So there's f prime. Now my g is t to the 4 minus e to the t plus fg prime. Well, f is 2 to the t minus ln t, and g prime is 4t cubed minus e to the t. And we are done.